All right, peace, peace, black family. So I shall not be long up here. My children are in the bathtub, and soon they're gonna be making a whole bunch of noise. Daddy, come get me! And then my other daughter gonna be screaming and making noise. So I'm not gonna be up here too long. But I just want to say this, right? Every so often, there is an incident that takes place on social media and throughout the real world, but mainly takes place on social media, right? That shows, hey, my bad. All right, let me restart that back again. So every so often, there is an event that takes place in real life that permeates itself on social media, right? Whether it be the passing of Kobe Bryant, or DMX, or just it's always something that shows how we really view what it means to be race first, or what it means to be pro-black, right? Like I've had people come at my neck, and this is not about me, but I'm just gonna start with there. I had people come at my neck about my comments that I made about Kobe Bryant, him not being race first, him not being for the culture, but simply just him being black. And a lot of people's like, man, you just hating because he rich and because, he black. And these were people who claim to be pro-black, right? I'm like, well, what are we celebrating about him? Because he wasn't race first. He married outside his race, and he fell into the stereotypical athlete. Get money, marry a non-black woman, right? So every so often, there's something that shows me or should show us how we really view pro-blackness, right? Like, for example, the young girl that got shot by the race soldier, suspected white supremacist, because she allegedly had a knife. And I'm saying allegedly because, that's just a part of the code. See, here's one thing we have to understand about the code, right? The code is, even if you may or may not feel a certain type of way. Shout out to my people out there in the UK. Even if you may or may not feel a certain type of way about a certain situation, your opinion on social media is always not needed. I seen DMX pass, but I kept my feelings to myself, right? I seen the young sister with the knife. I watched the video. Keep my opinions to myself, especially if the opinions do not go in the favor of blackness. Especially they do not go in favor of blackness. Why am I going to get on social media where everybody around the world can see me saying, well, if that was me, I would have shot her too. What a 15-year-old doing with a knife? Man, y'all make everything into a race issue. Man, what are you doing that for? Why are you doing that? And this is people who's supposed to be pro-black. Do you know that I've seen it with my own eyes. Yorugu, when they know they're wrong, they just be quiet. They'll let the other white person, and you'll be like, ain't that right? Ain't that right? And then the white person will be like, they have their opinion, but they know if they say what they say, it's going to go against their code of whiteness. Okay? So they understand the power of just being quiet sometimes. Of just keeping your opinions to yourself sometime. But every so often, something happens in the real world that shows up on social media that shows us how pro-black we really claim to be. How pro-black. Me and my friends, we've had the conversation about the situation with the young girl, whatever, but I'm not finna get on social media, especially when all the details have not been examined. That's what white people do. They say, well, we haven't looked at everything. I mean, maybe, maybe the other girl had a knife. Maybe she had some drugs. Maybe she did, like, chill. Sometimes silence is power. Sometimes silence is power. Learn how to be quiet. Learn how to be quiet. I see everything y'all seeing. Sometimes I just don't say anything. You know why? Because if it's not going to push us forward, if it's not going to strengthen us in the mind, I don't got no opinion on it. Especially I ain't gonna come on social media with my opinion. I'm Haitian, but I live in the UK. Shout out Sac Passe to all my UK folk out there. I'm not gonna do that. Why are we doing that? And I could get it coming from people who voted for Joe Biden, people who go to church every day, people who believe in white Jesus. I can get that coming from those people, but these are people red, black, and green in their bio. People who claim to read the ISIS paper. Zuri, you better not have your mouth under that water. I'm sorry. I'm on daddy duty right now. Right now it's the girls' time. But it just upset me right quick. Zuri, you better not have your mouth under that water. This ain't swimming pool time. Okay. So what was I at? That's why I'm like going live with my children here. I be getting thrown off. What was I at? Yeah. So understand there's power in silence. There's power in silence. Understand that laws are passed off of opinions. You understand that? Do we understand that concept? That these laws are passed off of opinions. When they go to the Supreme Court, they come together and say, my opinion is this, my opinion is that. And they say the opinion's based on that. Like, your opinion is political. And if your opinion goes against blackness, keep your opinion to yourself. Keep your opinion to yourself. That's anti-blackness. There's a million things we can say. Hey, the parents, you can make up anything. Yeah, the parents should have, did this and da. But why are we putting don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put that on social media. There's people in Turkey, Timbuktu, who be watching us. And you coming on social media justifying that, and then you wonder why people from different countries come here and feel the way they feel about our experience. Because you getting online justifying that. Social media is just what it is. Social. It goes around the world. You Negroes are off code. And nobody holding you accountable for your off code behavior. Be quiet. Be quiet. There's a million things that we can say this is all right. Have those conversations behind closed doors. Not on social media. Not on social media. Not what people can sit around and justify. You see? Now, look at these guys. I wish I had my little blonde wig on right now so I could be Benjamin. So now you got white supremacists saying, you see, the mom, the dad, they're uncontrollable. You can't control these animals. He had to shoot her. Look, even black people agree with us. It's not racist. They're going to use your photo, videos, your posts, all that to justify and say, look, even black people saying that, Zuri, this ain't swimming time. They're going to use your posts. They're going to use your posts, your comments, your videos to now justify the mistreatment of African people. And say, look, even a black person agree with me. Sometimes just be quiet. There's power in silence. There's so much power in silence. I've had to learn it the hard way. I had to learn the system of white supremacy the hard way. Man, there was times I used to get in heated arguments with Yorugu. Now, this is a long time ago. I don't argue with white people no more. I don't argue with non-Africans. I don't even argue with Africans. I say what I say and I keep it moving. But this was a long time ago when I was first becoming into consciousness. I used to try to prove my point to the white person. Yeah. And then another white person to come along and I'd be like, ain't that right? Ain't that right? And then the white person be looking at me like, I mean, and I'm like, but bro, you see, what are you going to do? Sometimes it's best to turn a blind eye. If it's not going to move the conversation forward in the favor of African people, it's best to turn a blind eye. It's best to say, yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing about that. I'm gonna leave that be. I'm gonna leave that be. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it be. There's power in silence. Learn how to be silent. But because a lot of us are so attention starved, or we feel like people don't value us, we have to just talk about everything. We have to just everything. Everything has to be a reactionary thing because we so attention starved. Because we so neglected in society, right? We have to throw these pity parties to get that. It's sad, man. It's sad. I seen the video. I seen all of it. I have daughters. I have an autistic daughter. I have a 4-year-old daughter. that's gonna be in this world. Yes, the video bothered me. It touched me. It touched me sincerely in my heart. But I ain't going on social media talking crazy, talking off code. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. You see, there's a brother in here from the UK. There's people all around the world watching these lives, watching these videos, watching these posts. By your opinion, you are now shaping their ideas of black people, specifically blacks in America. I don't come up here with that ADOS BS and that Foundation of Black America, because I'm in America too. Okay? Don't come up here with that. When I mean shaping up his, I mean all of us. All of us. You are now shaping the opinions of us in America. And to be honest with you, around the world. Around the world. Just think about that, man. Like, it's a lot of things I really think about. Like, when I be seeing black people posting fights of other black people, and they got red, black, and green, and there's no real underlying message to what's going on. And I'm like, well, why are you posting this, brother, for a laugh? Like, okay, why are you posting this sister half naked? Like, what is this about? Like, I get no message in this. What is this about? Like, people just really just be posting stuff. Like, I posted something the other day about the dude whacking a dude with a stick. My point in posting that was not to show black people fighting, but to show, like, damn, this man really said he waited 5 years to get this man back. I had a point to posting black violence, not just to post black violence. I say this in the most sincere, humblest way. People who really know me know I'm very humble. I'm very sincere, very caring person. I don't think I'm better than anybody. But I really be questioning, how woke are we really for real? How woke are we really for real? Do we really know what's going on? Or is it just fun to get likes and comments? Listen, I don't give a damn about no likes and comments. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say shit people not gonna want to hear. Like, I don't care about likes and comments. If I'm on this social media, I'm gonna tell you like I tell my babies in class. Tell my babies in class. If I'm up here teaching you this information, and you walk out into the real world and you don't know how to utilize this information in your everyday life, then I failed you as a teacher. If you go and become an 18-year-old adult and you done sat through my classes and you don't know how to use the information that I provided to you, I failed you as a teacher. I tell my students that all the time. It ain't about the test you get on Friday. It's about the test of life. So if you on this page and you haven't, Zuri, I'm about to get up out of here because my floor gonna be wet. I just feel it. I hear the splashing. I hear my other daughter making noise. And when I go in, it's gonna be a swim pool on the floor, and I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so pissed, right? But what you gonna do? She 4, the other one 9, but she got special needs, so I can't really hold her to the 9-year-old level. But my floor gonna be wet. It's gonna be a slip and slide in there. I know this. But I took my time out to come on social media to get a wet carpet. I say I gotta come to social media and tell the folk, and now I got a wet carpet. The carpet gonna be wet. I know it's gonna be wet. It's gonna be. I'm gonna have to wring the carpet out. I know it. Yeah, I know it. It's the dad life. It's the dad life. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, man, we just gotta know how to be quiet at times, man, and especially men. That's one of the virtues of being a man. Like, a lot of times people come to me with gossip or things like that, and I just be like, well, I mean, can't nobody tell you that Brother Hassan be talking about nobody. I just be like, man, I mean, it's a virtue in silence. It's a true virtue in silence. And I don't think a lot of men understand that. Silence is dominating. Silence is power. Just looking at somebody like, you don't know what the fuck I'll do to you. It draws something. White people like when black people are not silent. When we tell them every goddamn thing that's on our mind, man, this is bullshit, man, this is racist, man, I know my rights. They love that. That's why they ain't like Malcolm. Malcolm was silent. He only spoke when necessary. There's too many chatterboxes in the community of black men. Y'all be sitting up with y'all tea, kicking your legs up, talking with women. I don't talk with women like that. Any woman that's ever been in my presence will tell you I do more listening than talking. I do more listening than talking. If I got something to say, I'll say it. I do more listening than talking. It's too many men in the community that just be talking. Just talking. And then for the most part, ain't talking about shit. Anyway, let me get my ass out of here and get to this wet floor. I know my babies done did it to me. A lot of people been asking me about relationship advice. I don't know if y'all want my relationship advice, because boy, let me tell you something, boy. I don't think y'all want my relationship advice. For real. Like, I don't think y'all want it. Because a lot of y'all would be upset. Because a lot of us in these relationships, and we ain't got no level of accountability. We be out here playing. We be playing in these relationships. Y'all don't want my relationship advice. Y'all not. Y'all don't want it. Y'all just people be like, bro, that's all that, man. You want the real answer? You want the real answer? You don't want the real answer. Yeah, you don't want the real answer. So I don't know though, but I was thinking about coming out with a podcast. Me and my sister was thinking about coming out with a podcast where we talk about things about relationships and things like that. Cause man, I gotta be like, bro, who raised y'all? Like, who raised y'all? It's just some things, and I'm gonna just say this. I think a lot of us, when we get into relationships, with an unbiased, subconscious, competitive spirit with one another. Because a lot of our women, deep down in their core, they have a level of feminism in them. You get what I'm saying? And they even though they red, black, and green, they haven't completely taken that feminism BS out of them. A lot of men still hold true to some chauvinistic ideas, even when they're in red, black, and green. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a dominant, strong African man, but being chauvinistic, that's European all day. We got to understand the balance in that. But again, I ain't got time for that right now. My daughter's over there making a tsunami in the tub, so I'm about to go get them out of that. But I just want to say, man, there's silence. There's power in silence, man. Learn how to use that. Just chill back sometime and don't make a comment. Because people will find honor and respect in that. People have been hitting me up. Hey, brother, son, how you feel about that? When people see that you just don't jump and talk about everything, they want to know how you feel about it. Because even white folk at my job, well, not my job now, but at my old jobs, right? They will come to me and ask me, hey, Hassan, how do you feel about this? Because they know I ain't just no dude that just be out here talking stupid shit. They know that. White folk know that. That's why they used to run around chasing Malcolm all around the country. Malcolm, how do you feel about... I have no comments right now. Elijah Muhammad hasn't, I'll get back with you. The Nation of Islam like, they would chase Malcolm all around the country. What do you think, Malcolm? Tell us what you think, Malcolm. We want to know. Because you got common sense. Tell us, Malcolm. I have no comments at the moment. Take that in consideration, man. There is power in silence. But with that being said, peace. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be African. Be strong. Never let anyone's projected low insecurities be projected onto you. There are a lot of us who are broken. and sometimes they want us to be broken with them. This goes down to your parents. It goes down to your parents. It goes to somebody that you can be in a relationship with for so many years, and when you break up, you're like, damn, you really felt that way about me? Like, you laid down with me every night and you felt that way about me? Like, I can't believe that. How did you stay with me that long and you felt that way, right? So, you got to understand, people harbor things. People, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It is a lot. Oh, this is my reading magnifying glass, man. You already know. This is my reading magnifying glass. I'll be reading. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Be safe. Be African. And that's it.